Welcome back. It's Love Hall, the fighting gamer. You know what time it is? You know what we're here to do. This time, it's a Shoto tier list. I didn't plan to make this video, however, in Discord, somebody's making this tier list. I figured this is the perfect time for me to, again, record what I'm doing. You see my thought process, and you see it on the screen right here. So without further ado, I'm going to cut back to when I set up the webpage. Alright, we're back. So, again, I didn't make this tier list. I don't even know all the characters are going to be on here. I'm looking at them right now. There are some characters who should be here. There are some characters who are not here, should be in this game. And there are some characters who are here that should not. So we're just going to go based on who I see. And I might redo this tier list later on when I add my own people. Or the characters I think should be here. Stuff like that to the list. So, first off, we're going to go... I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to go with based on character, gameplay, my personal attachment, impact in the industry. But I'm probably going to make this more personal because objectively speaking, you can make a case for every one of these characters. But first off, we don't even have to discuss this. Ryu is the first Shoto, right? Literally the foundation of all fighting games, in my opinion. His toolkit, even throughout the years, Street Fighter 1 to 6, remains relatively unchanged or adjusted at times. Great character. He has more depth than people give him credit for. Though, admittedly, it's not the highest. But yeah, he's just one of the characters that I play the most. I would say Ken is also an S tier for me, because again, this is probably the Shoto I play the most. He has the most swag, has the most charisma, has the moves that I can probably match with the most. Right? Out of all the Shotos, he's probably the one that I have the most comfortability with. Again, just like Ryu, he has more story depth than people get credit for. Also, I have a lot of merch, shirts. I have Shoto gloves. Probably should have won with this video, but I don't feel like taking up the dog and all that. So, fortunately, not gonna have them on today. But same with Akuma. Again, all these three, probably the characters I play the most in all Street Fighter games across the board going forward. So, that being said, for a lot of the same reasons, I think Ryu is the original template and kind of puts more offensive stuff on the template, and then Akuma kind of adds some more boss version or some more extraness on top of that. So I'm gonna stick with that. I do have Akuma beads. Again, they're upstairs. I think I should have put on the Shoto gloves and the Shoto beads, but you know, we live and we learn. Right? Now, to me, I don't think Sagat is a real Shoto. I think he has a Shoto template, but his fireballs don't work the same. His uppercut is a little different, and his Tiger Knee is, again, it's forward moving, but it's not the same as these. I wouldn't really classify him as a Shoto, but since he's on the list, I'll at least put him on A tier. Again, I don't think he's a Shoto, so I think I'll put him around B or C, because we're talking Shoto tier list, not character. So as a Shoto, he's not average. I think he's had a lot of impact. I think people think of him as boss tier Sagat. But the fact that he can never be strong again in modern Street Fighter kind of puts him down the list. But in terms of Muay Thai characters, he's definitely somebody that I'm a big fan of. I say Sakura is a better version of a Shoto. Let me go up here because I'm more slow with the list. Oh, actually, speaking of that. Okay, had to adjust it because y'all can see the background. But yeah, as I was saying, Sakura, again, she's like a student. Again, I've heard that she was like the most popular Street Fighter character, at least when I checked that one full years ago. I don't think that's changed anytime. She's a fan favorite. She's a female Street Fighter Shoto. We need more representation in the Shoto class. It's like we need more representation in the Mishima class. I'm okay with it. Do I play her as much? Not really, but I don't hate playing her. I prefer playing these other three Shotos more. Evil Ryu, again, S tier. Gotta be honest here. Just like Ryu, I love the evil versions of main characters. I love when they have to try to fight the evil version. I love the fact that he has more chaotic, more aggressive, more bloodthirsty versions of his moves, voice lines, the aura. Street Fighter 4 probably has the best design, while CBS probably has the best voice lines. Kage is a little. It's like they tried to do that, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. But again, a lot of what I'm saying is going to be the same for a lot of characters. Oni, I don't really care for the Oni version, honestly. The Oni version is kind of, honestly, I think he's actually kind of boring. Like, Oni is cool as a concept, but I don't really use him that much. It didn't really do a whole lot for me impact-wise when it was Street Fighter 4 time. But like, he does have some cool moves. He has the Masoki, he has his one Ultra 2, he has the air fireballs, he's got the cool white background with the red eyes, all that, right? But not really doing it for me. Now Goken, similar deal. I like Goken. I think that the game is not using him the way that he could be. Like, he's got a very interesting idea with the two fireballs to go up. He doesn't really have a DPS to palm. I think if they put him back in Street Fighter 6 or another Street Fighter game and rework his toolkit to be a little bit more masterful in a way that really makes sense and builds on the template. Because it's like in Street Fighter 4 they had an idea and then like they didn't really go that far. He wasn't that useful to use. I think Goken could be a lot better. I don't hate the character, but I can't say that he's like one of my top tier favorites either. I can't stand it. I don't like Dan. I don't like the jokiness. I don't like the corniness. I don't like that he's not good. Not a big fan of joke characters. Spoiler alert, I'm going to put Sean way up here. Why? Again, similar to... He's really like Dan, but actually worse in the canon. But to me, since he's a black man Shoto, as you can see, I'm a black man Shoto player, I'm going to put him a little higher, right? Now, do I wish that he was better played? Yes. Do I wish he was better designed? Yes. Do I think they have potential and they're not using it? Yes. Even with all that said, I am a big fan of Sean. Poison, hold on. We're gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna add a new tier. Hold on. Can I not make a new tier? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Because, like, I'm gonna be real. There's no universe where Poison is a Shoto. I'm sorry. Like, does she have an does she have an uppercut? I think. I don't know. Does she have a fireball? Of course, that's one of her main things. Does she have a Tatsu forward moving move? I don't even know. She's not a Shoto. I don't know who put her on this list. We're not even gonna judge that. Just pretend that even though you could make an argument for Sagat to be down here as well, I'll at least say that his moves look and operate similar enough to these characters that he can kind of be here. Poison, absolutely not. Now Ryo, I'm gonna put him up here. He's not Ryu status. He goes here to here. We'll put him here for now. I don't hate him. I do like playing him. I think that he's probably the SNK premier Shoto. Maybe not currently today, but when you think of Shotos in Street Fighter, and I mean Shoto when the dude has the karate gi, throws the fireball, uppercuts, and tatsus, that's the guy they're looking for. Of course, he's a copy of Ryu, and he's a copy of Ken, honestly. So if I had to pick between Ken and Ryo, I'm probably picking Ken instead. But I don't hate playing him. But I do like playing him more than Sagat and Goken. We'll put him up there. Now, Robert is an interesting case. I like Robert. It is very concerning. Only because there's times where he's actually not a Shoto at all. He's got the charge motion. There's sometimes when he's the command version, the fireball, the uppercut, and the Tatsu. When he's command version, I actually enjoy playing him. So let's just assume this is the command version, and I'll put him right here, because I do like the dynamic between these two, which is very similar to the dynamic between these two, right? But again, I play Robert more again. That's my first name, so there's a connection there. But outside of that, I actually play him more in KOF-15 currently. I'd have an easier time playing him than I do playing Ryo. I'm sure if I was to learn how to play Ryo more, that would happen. Who's next? Takuma? I don't really play Takuma that much. I'm more of a Mr. Karate guy if I had to choose. But again, I don't really play Takuma. I like the idea of the aspect of him. He's like, in my opinion, a worse Goken. Not in terms of gameplay. I don't know how he plays like that. But just in terms of story presence, I prefer Goken's presence over Takuma's presence. But I don't hate him compared to like a Dane. Yuri, kind of like Sakura, but not Sakura really, especially when you look at SVC or CVS. So again, now that there's other characters on this list, I'm gonna have to adjust some people around because there's people I like more and I would actually play more than just, you know, they're here, right? So probably there is gonna be a girl that hits that A rank. I just don't know who it is. Kyo, easy. Hold on. He is definitely one of the characters I played the most. He's probably the face of KOF, obviously. Not the face of SNK anymore. We're gonna get to him in literally 2 seconds. But I prefer Nest's Kyo. So actually, you know what? Kyo as a character for me is S tier. But Kyo as a Shoto, I actually prefer the Nest Kyo version. So, Shoto version, I mean, I don't really play him like that. I'd rather play another character for that. But if I had to play Shoto version, then I would. But I prefer Nest Kyo. Iori, same deal. I used to not like Iori that much at all when I was younger. You know, he was like weird haircut, evil dude. I didn't really like playing certain characters that weren't the main character. But now that I've played him a little bit more, I actually do enjoy him a lot more. Now, in terms of a character, outside of him just being cool and playing jazz, he doesn't really do a whole lot. So if I had to pick, I'd probably pick, I'll probably pick these three before I pick Iori. Unless Iori was like super top tier, which he usually is. It's a weird thing. Terry, easy, on. Put him in S tier. I do play him a lot. He's actually one of my main SNK characters. I would say that his toolkit maybe isn't the most Shoto-like, but he has the core tools that can make it work. He's the face of SNK. He's damn near. He's in Smash Brothers. He's in Street Fighter. He's fighting a Slayer. He's in a whole bunch of things. He's a ball guy. So like, when SNK wants to cross over with something, they're gonna use him over using him. So we'll see where everybody lands at the end. But as of right now, I don't care about Andy. I don't care about Joe. Again, Joe, Sagat's on the list. I don't care. I've always liked Sagat more than Joe, especially now. Andy, your brother kind of kills you, whatever popularity it has for me. Andy be not getting on mine. I don't know why. I don't know where they do that at. Fucking up. So, for those 2 reasons alone, y'all gotta go. K-Dash, His moveset is interesting, and I like the fact he's like edgy character, like obviously more darker skin with the white hair, which is like the anime shorthand for black characters, I guess. But his moveset's a little complex, or at least it's a little bit more input demanding than usual, and I'm not really used to that. So I don't play him as much. I used to want to play him. Nowadays, I kind of just leave him alone. I would play him if I had to, but he's not a character I'm going first, and I don't automatically think of him as a Shoto first. I think of him as a Rekka character with Shoto options tied to said Rekka. Kula, I don't really play her too much. Don't really care. I would if I had to, but I'm not really going to that. I'd probably play Kula before I play Athena, though. Athena be wildin' with the outfit. Like, her outfits change so much, depending on how that looks. Some of them actually look really good. But no, if we're going on SNK Shoto list, she's not one person to play. Oh, Marco, guess what? Literally take Sean, but then make him as effective or as top tier as any of these other characters, and perfect. Like, he's got great rush down. He doesn't play the Shoto game very well. Like, he has good fireballs, he has good uppercuts, but he doesn't have a lot of far-reaching normals that are special cancelable like the Capcom. You have to play him very SNK style, with very, very rhythm-based and very aggressive approach-based. Which, if you know how to do that, that's fine. I'm learning how to do it, but Marco is definitely up on my list of Shotos that I care about. Again, this is based on Shotos, not the character as a whole. right? I gotta be clear. But to be honest with you, again, we'll adjust this list later on. There's gonna be a couple of Almaru. When I play Samurai Showdown nowadays, I'm picking Halmaru, right? Again, that game is not the most throw the fireball, anti-air the jumps kind of game. Like, you can do it, but it's not the most effective strategy. But Halmaru is a very good character. He has a very solid poke, very solid heavy slash. Heavy slash, one of the most satisfying moves in fighting games for me. His heavy slashes works really well, and since he's in all the games and he plays very similar, that's a core theme for all of these characters. They play very similar in all the games. That means no matter which Samurai Shodown game I'm playing, even if it's one I've never played, I can at least pick Halmaru, kind of go in, and kind of be able to enjoy, playing the game. Now, I play other characters in all these other games as well as Shotos, but Shotos are probably my main archetype overall. Now, oh, well, then never mind. There's no point. I'll just have to make my own list later, because if I get to add one, because these are actually really nicely formatted. I don't feel like doing all that right now. But Genjiro, I do like playing Genjiro a lot. I don't necessarily consider him a Shoto, but I can see the tool set working in a certain way. I think of him as more, again, a Rekka character with Shoto options. But in that, I would actually play Genjiro. I used to play Genjiro way more. You know what? Honestly, by that logic, I would play Kyo a lot, so we'll put him in S tier as well. Again, I prefer the Rekka version, but it doesn't feel right putting him in A tier when other characters I play equally, if not more. We'll see. But back to Genjiro again. I like his rushdown aspect. I think the throwing the fireball and having it arc down is interesting, and I do like his more aggressive, faster pace, control style of gameplay, honestly. Soul Bad Guy. He's probably the... Matter of fact, let's just do this now. I don't like Guilty Gear more than these other games. But out of Guilty Gear, these are the two characters I play now. Johnny's not a Shoto, so he's not here. But these are the two characters that I play. Kai is the more of the traditional Shoto with the real fireball, the real DP, and the real advancing forward move. Soul's more of like a rushdown Shoto. He's got like a flame carpet, he's got the DP, and he's got a lot of it. Actually. I would say that these characters are definitely very fun. One will teach you the fundamentals of how to play the fighting games in Guilty Gear. The other one will teach you how to play Guilty Gear in the fighting, which you know, comment section below. Let me know who you think would teach you which one, right? In my opinion, I think Kai would teach you how to use fighting games in Guilty Gear. Soul would teach you how to play Guilty Gear more effectively, because playing specific games is a little bit different than playing the genre. That's a whole other video I have planned to come in the future. Ragna, I don't really care. I don't like Blaze Blue like that. I don't really care. Again, yeah. There's a thing where people say they like Blaze Blue or Guilty Gear, not both. That's definitely me. I care less about Blaze Blue. I'm just like Dante, but not. Don't really care about the story either. I like the outfit, but that's really about it. Jin, I like him even less. I don't even know who this is, so I don't know, I guess. Why is Annie here? Whatever. Hyde, again, I don't care about the story of Under Night. I don't really know too much about it, but there is a Shoto I would play. It's Hyde, but I would play Akatsuki more. Right? Akatsuki's my main in Under Night as of now, because he's more of the real Shoto, and Hyde is, again, more of a Rekka Shoto, and it's just like, I don't hate him. However, not something that I'm really getting into like that. I like his design. I like his design more. I like his gameplay. I don't, again, merch-wise and all that, I don't know much about them. I don't know what they do. I don't see any shirts or any or action figures with them, so they do have action figures of, I think, everybody up here, maybe Sean, you know, if it doesn't. But anyway, you, again, I don't care about you. I don't like Persona, so miss me with that. don't even know who this is. Worth putting you there. I don't really care about Annie. I don't like Skullgirls that much. But if I was to play Skullgirls, she would be there. But again, I don't care. I don't play Killer Instinct like that. If I was to play, I'd probably play him. I don't know what Shadow Jago does, so put him here. Now that I know Bulgor, yes. You know what? No, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Oh, actually, I will make one more tier list. Ooh. What? Oh, I see what's going on. There we go. That was just, if I don't know them or don't play them, put it here. That, yeah. That seems about fair. Because at least everybody else on this list I've at least played at least once. These characters I've barely ever played. Okay. Morrigan, I'm gonna put her in the A tier simply because, which is weird. Lilith, no. I don't care about Lilith. But Morrigan, it's literally Morrigan. She's like dang near, on Mount Rushmore of Capcom characters, she's probably up there. Definitely in the fighting game category. I don't know about Capcom overall, that might be a little shaky, but just overall, like, she's that iconic. She definitely has merch, definitely has action figures, definitely in other games. Now, do I play her that much in Darkstalkers? Not necessarily. I'm not the best Morrigan player, but I know who she is. I've seen her in a bunch of games. Same sprite, in fact. Other than that, I'll put her in B tier. I'd probably play Sakura before I played Morrigan, and I'd probably play Yuri and Morrigan before I played Hyde. Let's just do this now. That's my dog. My dog Cyclops, he is probably low-key one of the best characters in the Marvel vs. series. Why? Because he's the Shoto that works. If you want to play a Shoto, you want to have all the fun, all the top tierness, all the sauce that Marvel characters and Marvel franchise provides, pick Cyclops. Like Ryu and Ken and Akuma, they're not the greatest in the game. Their moves and their design philosophies don't really translate to that. However, Cyclops has very good confirms, has very good supers, has very good moves, has a lot of top tier infinites and or strategies, and just also, he's a great character in the Marvel comics. You gotta read the right era. You gotta watch the right show. Don't watch the movies. The movies will tell you that he's wrong. But if you watch X-Men 97, you read certain comics, like I would say the 70s to the 90s, 2000s, Cyclops is really underrated. He's really good. And to be honest, Cyclops' PR team has been going crazy the last couple of years, putting him back in the spotlight. This version of Cyclops is the one that got me to start playing Cyclops more, and that's the one that kind of got me to start exploring Cyclops in the comics, which then made me look at Cyclops a lot differently, which is why I definitely want to get the Marvel vs. Capcom Cyclops figure, because honestly, he's a character that really needs the respect he deserves. It's kind of disappointing that he doesn't get it. Dimitri, I'm going to put him, I picked Dimitri more than I picked a Morrigan, but I don't like Dimitri as a character as much over these other characters up here, right? So that's why they're going up here. And then Mario, I'm more of a Sonic player. Alright, more of a Sonic fan, I should say, and I play other characters in Smash. So I put him here as I would play him. And obviously he's Mario. I don't even need to really explain who he is or how popular, how impactful that he is. It's literally Mario. All these characters wouldn't be here if Mario didn't exist. Let's just be honest. So, that being said, I think that's a pretty good list. Now, if I'm going to go back and like edit things around, let me see. If there's anybody who needs to change. I can't see a reason to change anybody. Yeah. I guess if I had to put one Guilty Gear character up in S tier, it would be you. I don't know. I can't really pick which one of the two to put up. So, yeah, works for me. All right, boom. And with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I did not take as long on this list as the other one, because that was like an hour long and that was a little too long. But anyway, it's Alex Buffalo, the Fighting Gamer. I will catch you on the next round, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon.